Hey guys, this is Katie with Pixel Print Apparel. I'm going to walk you through using Canva and exporting your images to get your best print quality. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have a canvas that is big enough for the size that you want to print. My recommendation is usually making a 15 by 15 inch canvas or approximately 1500 pixels. The first thing you can do to check that is make sure you come over here to resize. You can go to this custom size section. It will show you what you are currently, and you could change this if you want. I like to use inches because I print in inches. I have it set at 15 by 15. Please note that you do need Canva Pro to do everything that I'm showing you today. The reason I use 15 by 15 is usually I am not going to be printing over 15 inches, no matter the length or the width. My normal sizing is anywhere from an 11-inch width to 12-inch width for extended size shirts, or max length of around 12, 13, possibly 14. And that's why I make this canvas 15 by 15. So now that I have my canvas, I can make my design. I'm going to come into Elements, and I'm going to find some things that I think would look cute on a shirt. So I'm going to put this here. It says Cutie Pie. Then I'm going to add in this little frame here because I think that would be cute. Just note, Canva will not let you export just one element. So you do have to make something. I'm going to set this up and center it. I'm going to put this back to the back layer so I can move this around, and I'm just going to center it here. I really like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and select all, and then I'm going to group it. So I can click this group, I can right click and click group. But now when I move one, the whole thing moves. And then I'm going to grab these little toggles here. I can make it my sizing. Now notice if you are on the desktop version, you will be able to see the size as far as the width and the height. So I'm going to make it as big as I can while still being able to see the border around here. Now, if you have a design that is white, you might want to change your background. So if you click anywhere in the white here and come up to this background color toggle, you can change the background just to make sure that you have that margin. If you accidentally export it with it off, it will cut off that part of the design. This part is very important. You want it as big as possible without going over the margins. All right, so that's one of my designs. I'm going to go ahead down here. I'm going to add another page. Now, I'm going to show you one other thing. So this is a file that I created myself, and I know it is set up and it was exported from Photoshop correctly. But if you get your designs from someone else and want to add something in, say you want to add some text, add a background, whatnot, be very careful because you need to check that as you import this image in, that this image is already a good quality image. If you import a picture and it's only 100 dpi and then you export it as 300 dpi later, it will still be a very low quality image. Just because you change something from 100 pixels per inch to 300 doesn't mean that the pixelation goes away. So be careful when you're importing stuff to Canva. Now I have resized it, but you can see that this one's actually longer than it is wide. So I'm going to size it that way. I have everything on my board. I'm going to now export this. Again, just double check that your sizing is correct. You're going to hit share, download. You're going to make sure that this file type is PNG. You're going to up the size all the way to 3.125. What this does is this increases your DPI to at least 300. If you keep it at 1, it is only going to export at 96 dots per inch, and you are not going to have a good quality. So definitely take that slider all the way up. If I see anything that happens the most, not exporting it with that sizing. From there, make sure that this transparent box is check marked. And then you're going to select the pages. In this case, it's my 1 and 2 page. Then I'm going to go ahead and download my pictures. Once you do that, a quick check if you are on a PC Let me save it first. Go ahead and extract all of your images and then open them up in Paint. Paint is the easiest way to tell if something's good or not. The first thing I'm going to notice is down here, I have a 8.2 megabyte image. You're going to want to have your image in megabytes. If it says kilobytes, that's a big red flag. To double check everything, you're going to go to File in Paint. You're going to go to Image Properties, almost all the way at the bottom where it says Exit, close to it. And then if you go to inches, it will tell you the width, the height, and also the resolution. Right here, I can see it's 417 dpi, which is perfect. So that image is good. This is a good way to double check your previous DPI is before you import it to Canva. So I definitely recommend that. But again, good width, good height, and good resolution. It's in megabytes, looks good. So hopefully that helps. These will be great files to use to print.